The late great trainer of champions, Cus D'Amato, once called our next inductee the greatest lightweight of all time. He was born Sidney Walker in Waynesboro, Georgia in 1921. It was his grandmother who would later give him his more famous name. He turned pro in 1940 and quickly became a fan favorite for his aggressive, hard-punching style. His first shot at the world lightweight title came in December of 1942 when he pulled off a huge upset, dethroning champion Tippy Larkin. He would go on to defeat future champion Henry Armstrong before losing the title to Bob Montgomery in 1943. He avenged that loss and regained the title later that year, beating Montgomery before losing it a second time to Juan Zurita in 1944. He would continue fighting for another 10 years against the likes of Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Kid Gavilan and world champion Ike Williams. His final victory came in 1955 with a win over Willie Johnson in Daytona Beach. He stepped out of boxing with a final record of 91 wins, 24 losses, 5 draws, with 44 wins by way of knockout. He moved to Miami Beach, where he spent many of his last years working at the Fontainebleau Hotel and also training fighters at Miami's 5th Street Gym. In 1991, he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and he still holds the record for participating in the most main events at New York City's famed Madison Square Garden, 21 main events. He passed away on Miami Beach in the year 2000. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, class of 2016, former lightweight champion, the late Beau Jack. '12 Florida Boxing Hall of Fame inductee Ron Ross, an amazing writer, was unable to be here with us this morning. However, Ron wrote a wonderful poem dedicated to Beau Jack. Florida Boxing Hall of Fame board member, former Florida State Boxing Commission chair, Dr. Mel Jurado, will do us the honor of reading that poem for Beau Jack.
Thank you. Beau Jack. You had to be there to hear them shout for Beau. And if you was, you'd see one hell of a show. 'Cause the kid fought with all get out, that was his way. You'd never hear no one grumble about not getting what he'd paid. Wasn't no fancy Dan moves when Beau was in the ring. Just every punch in the book. You see, fighting was his thing. They'd all be stomping and yelling, Beau, Beau, Beau. Didn't matter who he was in with. He was gonna go toe to toe. Like when Zivik gave him the thumb, near turned his eye inside out. Beau only shrugged, says that's what fighting's all about. He learns his lessons good when Zivik takes him to school and smiles. I'm born on April 1st, but I'm no April Fool's. Oh, how that garden rocked as they cheered on their Beau, who then taught the teacher some things he didn't know. He showed him his left and his right over and over again. And when the final bell rang, all Zivik said was, Amen. He fought them all the same from pillar to post, this little Georgia peach who became New York's toast. There's a new garden now and new fighters on the go, but there ain't never gonna be another like Beau. Whoever he was fighting, and he fought the very best, it was always a war, not a second to rest. 'Cause he only knew one way, never step back. And that's why they love the one and only Beau Jack.
Thank you, Mel, and thank you, Ron Ross, for that great poem.